Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hi, and welcome back to my second channel, I guess? Shit. I don't even know if I should still use that same saying. That's like for my other YouTube channel. Anyway, hello, good afternoon. It is currently 3:23 my time. Oh, check, it's a picture of me and my dad. And we are going to be getting ready to stream. The lighting is kind of funky right here. It's really rainy out today. I am getting over like a sickness of some kind. Like, I don't even know. But I've wanted to do a little bit more on this channel just because I don't really save my VODs and I don't really know what to do with them necessarily. So I kind of wanted to do something that was a little bit more like me based, what I'm used to doing, which is more like vlog work and
get ready with me and talk to me.
I'm just kidding. No, like all these things that, you know, I'm more used to because I do have a whole ass other channel. Anyway, also we're doing like a crimped hair look today. I am on my last day before this bitch is going in a bun. You know what I mean? The girls that get it, get it. And so we're gonna do a little crimp hairstyle. It's like my favorite. I love it. It gives my hair way more volume. But I have compiled a list of questions that I have to answer about my streaming career, my streaming journey. I've only been a streamer now for about 4-ish months, a little bit over 4 months. And there's been a lot of things that I've learned, not only as a female streamer, but just a streamer in general. And I thought that this would be a smart idea for me to not only get ready with you guys so that you can see what the fuck I do when I get ready, but also if there is a girl or anybody really that wants to start streaming and they want some advice from somebody who's been a part of it for a short amount of time, but decent enough that I can give a little bit of advice, then here I am. Okay, the first question that I have is what made me want to start streaming in the first place? Which is valid. I've always been somebody who has had a passion for content creation. I did YouTube in elementary school. I did it secretly in middle school. I did social media up until I graduated from high school in a different kind of secret-ish way. And then when I graduated from high school, I started really focusing on doing content that was shaped around my biggest love in life, and that is books and reading. You can see my bookshelf behind me. And I created a really amazing community in that space. I've been doing that now still to this day for, I want to say 3.5 years in total when you count TikTok and you count YouTube and you count all of it. I never thought that I would go anywhere else until I started really seeing how Twitch was changing and how there was a space for me, there's a space for a lot of people who didn't necessarily want to do just the gaming route. And I've always watched Twitch influencers, really just influencers that, you know, went from YouTube to Twitch, do both of them. I used to watch that a lot when I was a kid. And I've always just kind of loved the idea of live streaming, having it be such an interactive experience that is happening in the moment that you can really connect to. And it's like just a lot different than anything else that you really naturally see on social media. And I just love that so much about Twitch. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start. And that's pretty much why I started. How did I come up with my channel name? Oh my god. So my channel name is Ange Offline, okay? I go by Ange on social media. It's what my friends have called me my whole life. It's like a form of endearment. And it was a way for me to just kind of like get away from my full name. I don't know. I don't mind it, and I couldn't come up with anything. So I can't even lie to you guys. I wanted to go by Ange. Like all my social media is Ange this, Ange that, whatever. I'm thinking video games. I'm thinking, what should I do with this? I compiled a bunch of like words and I did like random name generators and all that. And ended up going with Ange Offline. Okay, you know, it sounds all fun and games and it's really not that bad. It could be so much worse, but I kind of regret it because I feel like it's something that a middle school girl would have done and used as their name. And I don't know, I just feel like I could have done something totally different, but you know, we're 4 months in. I don't know if I can necessarily switch it up. But yeah, so that's kind of how I came up with it. It was pretty much just me being lazy and using generators until I found something that I was like, all right, that's fine. What were my expectations before before I started versus what it's really been like. Let me tell you, my expectations have been completely proven incorrect. Okay, let me be honest with you. Streaming to me, I thought was going to feel easier. I thought that creating content and having people show up and whatever was going to be something that wasn't that difficult to come across. And, you know, everyone always told me, like, you know, Twitch is really hard. Like, it's way more oversaturated than it was, you know, a few years ago. Like, I'm telling you, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. And I literally didn't believe them. I'm like,
oh, whatever, like,
it can't be that bad. Like, I've always thought in my mind that YouTube would be the most difficult, you know, social media platform to get any kind of like motion on. And though it still is, Twitch is so much more difficult. And I think that it's just because, you know, my expectation, I should just say, was that I thought that it would be a easier thing of getting a community without posting on other social medias. Like, everyone always says, like, post your clips, clip farm, don't stream for longer than 2 hours. Like, really feed into like the clip farming, whatever. Though I didn't believe it, it is the truth. So, post your clips. What has been my biggest challenge so far as a streamer? Great fucking question. My biggest challenge so far as a streamer has been my version of streaming block, is kind of what I've been calling it. But my motivation has been so up and down through this process. And I think the one thing is there is this sense that, you know, you want gratification for your work in the moment, right? You want to know that the segments that you're doing, the segments that you're planning are going to have good turnout, that you're going to get followers, that you're going to have this, that, and the other. And in a lot of ways, that doesn't happen. You have streams where it's a fantastic idea and it just blows, right? And I think that that is something that was really difficult for me to wrap my head around, because with YouTube, with TikTok is almost complete instant gratification. Like, if you don't get likes in the first 15-20 minutes, you're not getting likes. It's just like what it is. So you know if a video that you put together is going to benefit your channel or not in the moment. Until you have, in my opinion, 6, 7, 8, I'm sorry. Anyway, until you have about 7 to 8, 9, 1,000 followers, you're gonna have 3 people in there sometimes. You're gonna have 10 people in there sometimes. You're gonna have, like, it's just so all over the place when it comes to, like, how many people are gonna be frequent chatters, people that are loyal. And I think that that is a really big struggle, you know, is just understanding that it's going to be a lot of up and down. There's going to be motivation loss. There's going to be a lot of up and downs in this journey. And it can be very hard for people. And I 100% understand, but that has been my biggest journey. What was my best or funniest moment live on stream? Well, I've had many. I really have been blessed with the fact that I've had a lot of good experiences on Twitch so far, and I've met a lot of good people. But I have to say my best moment on stream was a collab that I did with one of my good friends, Adura. I will tag him. Go follow him. He's hilarious. He's a fantastic streamer. We did a paint and sip collab where we painted each other's portrait and had wine and fed into it, and it was so fun. And when he showed me the way that he painted me, I'm literally, it's the hardest I've laughed in like a really long time. It was so funny. It was the first clips that I had that kind of, you know, generated more viewership, not crazy, but like, you know, it's the first clips that I had that got like over 1,000 views. Just did a lot for me. It did a lot for my streaming journey. It did a lot for, like, you know, my will and confidence going into more content. It just felt like it was a really big turnaround for like who I wanted to be as a content creator. It was like a collab that was fun, and it was, you know, I actually enjoyed myself a lot, and it just did a lot for me. So I have to say that's probably my best and funniest moment. And that's why clips are awesome, because you get to go back and relive it. And I will put that in here now. Look at the clip.
WN1.
Oh. There ain't no way, bro.
Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hands in chat. On a scale from 1 to 10. Oh shit. Oh, damn.
Adura, I look like a sloth.
Bro, on a scale from 1 to 10, be honest. Be honest, Ange.
Jasmine is crying. Why are my eyes so far apart? so short.
Yeah, I meant to make it longer.
How has my community grown or surprised me? Oh my gosh, this literally just happened last night. I don't know why this was such a big deal to me because it really shouldn't be. But I had a supporter of mine make an edit of me, make a literal edit of me. One of my things on my stream for a little while was people loved that I always have my nails done, and like I always made it a thing to show my stream and whatever, and they made an edit of me and my nails, and I'm not lying to you guys, like it literally was so slave. It made me just feel so special, and I think those are the things that when you realize that you're growing a community, you know what I mean? Like these people, sometimes it's difficult to notice, and not notice in a bad way, notice in a way that you think that they don't see you like that. They see you just as, you know, a small streamer. Like I never really thought that I had like crazy supporters in the way that like some other people I know, but there are, you know, a lot of people that really, really love and support me as a streamer, and I love them so much for it. And honestly, like, it makes this whole journey so much easier and so much more, like, fruitful, because you get to see the people that love you. You get to see the people that support you, that want the best for you. You get to, like, make a bunch of friends in your chat that you never would have really had, and they love you just for you. They love you for your ideas. They love you for your successes. They love you for your failures, and they show up almost every day, and they have their own lives going on too. Like, you know, I think I never really realized, like, I always be complaining about the fact that, like, I got a life and this can be so hard and blah, 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 blah. But they have lives too. I mean, and they still show up and they still love you and they still want to be there for you. And it's just, it can be very, very shocking and surprising, but it's also so amazing and makes everything feel so worth it at the end of the day. Okay. Do I ever get embarrassed on stream? All the time. It's how you handle it though. It is how you handle it. It's how you let people, you know, see you like that. I've made a lot of mistakes of saying things on stream that I probably shouldn't have said, bringing people on stream that I probably shouldn't have brought on stream. You know, I'm just a girl. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I definitely have been very embarrassed. I have to say my most embarrassing moment was waking up the next day after my 22nd birthday. I went live with my best friend Madison after we got back from going out together, and I was not sober. I was very intoxicated, but I was so not sober. I acted crazy. I said some crazy shit. The next morning I woke up, I was like, why the f would I ever do that? Like, what was wrong with me? But it was also fun, and I'm allowed to be myself. I'm allowed to make mistakes. But yes, I get embarrassed all the time. And honestly, I don't know necessarily if that will ever change. I think that feeling embarrassed and feeling like, oh wow, I feel like we need to do some kind of like... My camera totally did just overheat, and I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about before the end of that. So our hair is done. I put it up in a little like half up, half down moment. So, you know, skincare has been done. My cat is taking a shit, so if you hear that, that's my bad. I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Eraser Treatment Makeup Instant Age Rewind in the shade. What shade do I wear? 110, because I'm pale as fuck. And I do makeup differently for stream than I do outside of streaming, and it's only just because I like for things to show up the way that they show up on my webcam, and sometimes you have to change your ways in order for that to happen. And I will show you guys at the end what my makeup looks like on the webcam. I also have this raging pimple. While I blend this, I'm just gonna yap a little bit about streaming and, you know, yada yada, what you're here to be talking about. We're blending, we're blending, we're blending, we're blending, we're blending, we're blending. So I have to say, like, in this 4-month journey of mine that I have, you know, been a part of the Twitch community, I hit affiliate in about 2.5 weeks, which was actually insane. And I have my family and my friends to honestly thank for that, because they were watching me. And honestly, I also have to give it to the Twitch Roblox community for getting me to affiliate and Love Island. So I was jumping a lot in between what I was doing, which is probably my biggest mistake. I still am a variety streamer, but like my best advice is like, if you want to be just chatting, chat girl, chat, and then play games like once or twice a week, like, and then implement it more into your stuff until you find like your community. Or you know what, just be you. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. If that's what you want to do, then do it. Because I honestly, though I regret the fact I was jumping in between, I have more of I have a variety audience as well. I have an audience that part of them love when I play games, and then some people see me playing games and they're like, hey, we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. And that's fine too. So right now I'm sitting at 211 followers, I believe. That's the last thing I checked. So if I am wrong, somebody unfollowed me. I'm shook by it, honestly. So I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand, and I use the shade Fair Medium, you know, in this 40-pound weight loss that I've had this year. That's one thing that I didn't quite acquire yet, is that jawline. She's getting there, but she's a work in progress. She's definitely a work in progress. Slurp. Anyway, okay. Now it's time to bronze these cheeks. We want to look like we just went to the beach, yo. So I go in with my e.l.f. bronzer in the shade Forever Sun-Kissed, and we're just really gonna bronze up that cheekbone, right? Then I'm gonna go in with the Ilia blush stick, multi-stick. It's in the shade Whisper. And then, last but not least, I like to take the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Automatic Gel Pencil in the shade Brown, Midnight Mocha. It makes my eyes look a lot more open. It makes them look a little bit more doe-like. And sometimes I just leave it like that, you know, I just do this. And there you have it, a cute little wing. And then for lips, I go in with the Clinique Black Honey lipstick. And there you have it. Is somebody breaking into my house? And there you have it, babies. I think it slays. Well, I had fun talking with y'all. I had fun getting ready with y'all. Sorry this video is kind of all over the place, but I thought it would just be fun to just answer some questions, just get a video out there. I'll definitely do my best to start posting on here more and to implement it a little bit more into my content routine. But until then, you can always find me on Twitch. I stream every day at the moment, around whenever I decide to, so I can't promise that, but my Twitch is Offline. The O is a 0, but I'll put it below and I'll put it on the screen. Twitch.tv/Offline, bitches. That's where you're gonna find your next favorite streamer. I'm just kidding. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!